Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Talk About It Tuesday with This is Improv. Today, I have a very special guest with us, Theresa Lopez. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
And I think I forgot to say this, but I am your host, Angelica for the day, as we talk to Theresa about her journey in the arts and what she does and, you know, her fantasticness in the process. So Theresa, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm just enjoying, I feel like Saturday, the essence of it.
Saturday is very special. It's a very special day. Yeah. Do you have like a Saturday routine or anything like that?
No, actually I just switched sort of companies. I work in music marketing. And I went from like working like almost 7 days a week to now not working 7 days a week. So I'm sort of learning what weekends look like again. And
finding it again.
Yeah, I've been like sleeping in. It's good. It's like really good to have some work-life balance.
That's awesome. I'm really happy for you. I know how important it is.
Yeah.
So tell us about yourself, Theresa. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, so I work in marketing for an artist management company in the music industry. And the way that I got there, I never thought I would work in music. I'm originally from the Chicago suburbs, and like went to school for advertising and wanted to make commercials for like, Kellogg's and like big name brands.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I could make jingles. This is so cool. But I did do that for a little bit in Chicago for like a couple years. And then I was laid off in the recession. And I was kind of like, okay, well, I went to school to do advertising because my parents said I had to do like business or become a doctor, or become a lawyer. And advertising was the least business, more artsy faction of that. But what I really always wanted is when I was a little kid, I used to dress up like Elvis Presley. And I used to go to tribute concerts with my dad and my parents, and I'd be like, we need to go to Branson, we need to go to Graceland, and I would just like follow all of the impersonators around like I was in a cult, collected scarves. Like I was very gung-ho, and actually like preschool pictures, I have some dress in a pompadour. It's a lot. But so anyway, so I really was fascinated with his career and just really not just like liked his music, but was just really
Elvis's career.
Okay. Like, he went from being I think just like some kid from Mississippi to becoming a star, and then experiencing the side effects of achieving so much fame at such an early age, and was misguided in many ways by his manager. And I was kind of like, I think I would like to do music because I loved this story. And I think that there's definitely a space for me to help other people who like maybe suffered a similar fate or are trying to like achieve success and do it in a way that's not like taking advantage of them. So I went to school for music business, moved to LA, and been working in music ever since.
That's absolutely fantastic. I think that's so important. Just knowing some of the horror stories like Elvis, I think that's such a fantastic reason to get into that industry and to really help people who need it. That's incredible, Theresa.
Thanks. Yeah. So and it's not as altruistic now as it once was, but that's what got me into it.
Well, that's a great reason to get into it. That's a great start. And so as far as like these jingles for cereal and things, so if we were influenced to eat cereal, like our breakfast started because of you for the most part. That's like what I'm hearing. Is that kind of true?
That is not true, but it's like more of a fantasy I had my entire childhood as well. So but I love to be a creative lyricist and come up with like and just insane songs for no reason. So
That's cool. Do you have like a book of these fantastic songs, or they just live in your head forever?
They so they live in my head.
Okay.
And then also like my partner, he's a pianist, so like we just riff and jam on them, and probably are delving into like more of the dorky side of making jingles.
What a perfect partnership.
Yeah.
What better? So as far as like your start, the impressions of these artists and Elvis, what was a spark? Is there a moment that you remember in your past, maybe like one event that you went to or something where like as a kid you really started to think like, yeah, I want this forever. This is what I love.
I don't think there's a specific moment like that. I think that I always just really loved Elvis, and I had a reputation like in my family and amongst my circle of friends
Oh.
for like loving Elvis, and they would always not tease me about it, but just talk about it with me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I sort of like put that to bed as I got older.
Mm-hmm.
And it was only when I was like, well, this business thing that my parents told me to pursue, it didn't work out for me. So I might as well just do what I feel passionate about. So it was sort of like just a click in my head one day. I think right before I got laid off, I was working on something I used to do advertising for a beer company, and I was looking at music sponsorships, and I was like, I love music. Why am I not doing that? And then the cards just sort of fell into place and allowed me that opportunity.
That's so cool. Like it was fate almost that brought you to where you are now. That's
Yeah.
really interesting, really cool. Since you've been doing this new path, like since you've been on this new path, um, what's been like one of your favorite moments, one of your favorite memories that like really stands out to you?
So I think that one of my favorite moments is, so many people work in the music industry, work with developing artists and help make them break. And that's been like a great experience to see people just like reach new highs in their career. There's an artist I worked with called, her name's Rachel Gray, and she's a fantastic vocalist. And she took her TikTok from 0 to I think almost over 200,000 followers, and is just killing it on streaming in the span of a year. And it's just so nice to see somebody like achieving their dreams, and maybe they're not quite there yet from a notability perspective, but they're feeling like, I'm actually doing something. I'm making a positive impact in somebody else's life. But I think my favorite memory is I worked with a artist who has a really popular Christmas song that probably everybody has heard of. And his legacy hasn't been as well regarded as some of the other artists of his time period. Like we all know this song, but we don't really know the artist that well. So I worked on a holiday campaign one year and was able to get his song in the top 10 of Billboard for the first time in 50 years. And yeah, it was just a really fulfilling moment to see people like finally sort of not just like listening to that song, but providing them with opportunities to learn more about him.
That's incredible. That's an incredible moment and achievement. Wow. Yeah. You're here. You're doing all these incredible things and you're helping all these people in these amazing ways. How like what tips do you have for people? What tips do you have or things that have helped you out on your journey that might help someone else out?
So one thing I would say is from going to being laid off and being in a time where I just felt like I wasn't doing well in life, like maybe I was like failing at life, to then finding my way in the music industry. I think that one, it's never too late to switch career paths and just go for what you truly are passionate about, despite what people may say that it might not be a viable career path. As long as you have the determination and will to succeed, I think that you can carve out your own niche and definition of success for yourself. I also think that it just pays off to be nice to people and to be yourself and to not think that you're better than anybody, and just kind of go about life the way that a person that wants to be a good person should go about life. And then I think the third thing is I was always painfully shy, was so afraid to talk to people. And the one thing that really helped me was doing improv. So I think I always highly recommend improv to everybody I mentor. It's changed my life in so many ways in a positive way. And I think it's really helped me to get out of my head from an anxiety perspective and not feel like that imposter syndrome that I think we can feel when you're in a more corporate setting, and just kind of live life in the present moment.
That's cool. Thank you. That's great advice. Yeah. And improv, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, love it.
This is kind of one of the more serious moments of this interview. It's time for our surprise taco questionnaire. All right, Theresa. So I'm going to ask you a few questions about tacos, hence Talk About It Tuesday, and just give us your honest answer. Okay. Seriously, just your honest answer. All right. We won't judge you, just a little bit, but not threatening judging. Okay. First question. A taco. Some people prefer a taco hot, while others prefer, the room temperature. They just it's been standing for just a second. It's not fresh off the grill. What do you prefer? Do you prefer a steaming hot taco? Or do you prefer, I can sit with this for a little bit and it's my friend. It's a taco.
I've never really thought about whether a taco should be steaming hot or a mild temperature for
That's what we're here for.
Discussion. Yeah, I feel like my existence has been challenged for a little bit. I don't know. I like sitting with the taco probably. If it's too hot to eat, I can't enjoy it and get all the flavors. I think that's probably temperature wise. Yeah, little not lukewarm, but a good heat without it being piping hot.
Okay. All right. No steam, no visual heat, nothing that's going to obstruct your taste buds.
Correct. I don't need a Chili's commercial with the fajitas sizzling for me to enjoy the taco.
I see. I see. I'm starting to understand where you're coming from. We could use this for research later. Thank you. Second taco question. We talked about sitting with your taco or having that hot taco. You chose sitting with a taco. Now, think about the taco, make your own taco, and those artisan tacos, the carefully crafted tacos that you can get at a local food vendor that's trying new things, creating new things. Or would you prefer having that hands-on experience, having control over your life and your meal? What's your preference?
I love street tacos. Love to add my cilantro and everything. But I think if I'm going to go out and try something new, I want to try something weird. So I'm going to go with an artisan taco.
Artisan taco.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Living on the edge. All right. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. And final question of this questionnaire for science. What would be in your ideal taco?
Oh, man. Okay. I guess I'm just going to say what's in my favorite taco ever. So this past summer, I went to Puerto Vallarta, and they had this place in the downtown area, and they made seafood tacos, and they were with marlin and calamari and scallops and zucchini. It was bomb seafood tacos. So I would say what would be in my ideal taco is this exact taco from this Marisco's place in Mexico. It's just phenomenal. it's no cheese. It's just like seafood and like a corn tortilla, double up, you know, so you don't let like some of the juices spill through. And it's just simple. It's not like asking for a lot for any money, and it's understated, and you're just kind of like enjoying it for what it offers.
Understated, but full of flavor. I love it. Oh, you're making me hungry. You're making me hungry. And I just ate lunch. So I'm not even, it's not even that I'm not full.
I feel like I need to book a flight now to Mexico.
Like, find a way to transport these tacos fresh over in 5 seconds. Great. Theresa, you have passed the surprise taco questionnaire. Thank you. So, Theresa, before we wrap up today, I want to ask you, is there anything that you'd like to talk about that's coming up? Or do you have anywhere that we can find you on social media so that people can keep track of you, see how awesome you are all the time?
Yeah. So I guess in terms of like what I'm talking about right now is, I would say like I'm always open to mentoring somebody or to give them advice about like how to start their career in the music industry, or like pivot from their path, or, you know, I really, I do a lot of resume help as well.
Very cool.
And just like to help people along their way in their careers. So feel free to just look me up on Instagram. I'm a theresalopez.jpg. And that's Theresa with an H, Lopez. So yeah, just feel free to send me a DM, and I'm totally open talking about music and the entertainment business, and about like anybody that's thinking of moving to LA, what the pros and cons of that might be, especially with COVID and that having sort of changed the game about where we need to be to do certain things. So yeah, that's pretty much it, but just here to help anybody that wants to do entertainment.
That's great. Theresa, you're super helpful. Thank you. Yeah. So that's an incredible opportunity for anyone who's interested to talk to Theresa and get some mentorship. And that's incredible, Theresa. Thank you so much for, it's not direct mentorship, but through this lens of video. Thank you for giving your experiences, your life journey in the arts, and giving us a little bit of like some tips of how to get started. It's been an incredible interview. Thank you.
Yeah, totally. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. And everyone, thank you so much for watching our Talk About It Tuesday today with This is Improv. I am Angelica Zadak. This has been Theresa Lopez. And make sure to also subscribe, like this video so more people can see Theresa's amazing information about what to do to get started and the confidence you need to just, do what you love. And make sure to subscribe also to see other videos from different artists as well, and see their journeys in the arts as well. Thank you everybody so much. Goodbye.
Bye.